Chapter 20, The Waking Beast Beneath. Chicago felt wrong. Not just tense or shaken, wrong in its bones. Steam rose from sewer grates like breath from a sleeping giant. The crackling hum of breach energy vibrated through street lamps and abandoned buses. Even the lake along Navy Pier receded in odd pulses, as if the tide itself was afraid. The earth was shifting. And under that shifting something was waking. North sector, the edge of the pit. David stood at the lip of the widening crater, heart pounding in painful rhythm with the pulsing red light below. Pastor Elijah placed a steadying hand on his back. Focus your mind, son. Not on the voice. Not on the past. On him. David nodded shakily, trying to breathe. Kiara stepped closer. We're with you. Every step. Deshaun glanced at his tablet and froze. Ah. Pastor. He turned the screen so they could see. Whatever's down there is bigger than the scanning range. Pastor Elijah exhaled. That confirms my fear. He opened his Bible. Young ones, repeat after me, Psalm chapter 46. They spoke, though the earth be removed, though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea. The pit groaned, dust falling like volcanic ash. David whispered the next line alone, God is our refuge and strength. A tremor shook the entire block. And something beneath answered. South sector, a losing fight. Marcus staggered under the mutated seamwalker's grip, its elongated limbs coiling around him like molten wire. Jasmine prayed loudly, trying to keep the monster from crushing him. Luis darted behind the creature, striking joints and tendons, but its body was fluid, shifting like smoke and bone mixed. This thing isn't dying, Luis shouted. Jasmine scanned it again. It's not supposed to. It's a guardian, not a soldier. Malphas is protecting something. The creature screeched, turning its smoky head toward the sea, toward the direction of the breach circle. Kiara gasped. It's not here to kill us. It's here to hold ground. Marcus roared, breaking one arm free. So let's take the ground back. He slammed his fist into the creature's torso, a shockwave of light pulsed from the impact, surprising even him. The creature shrieked, staggered, but the breach beneath the dock flared violently, blinding white. Deshaun shouted, he's forcing the breach open. The water below erupted. Malphas, the conductor of catastrophe. Below the city, Malphas spread his wings, reveling in the heat and pressure of the widening fissure. The prison cracks, he whispered. From deep beyond the breach, a massive silhouette stirred, curled, armored, ancient. The forgotten beast. The one sealed before the city existed. Malphas bowed reverently. My lord of ruin. Rise. He lifted a shard of obsidian, ancient, etched with runes older than man, and drove it into the heart of the breach. Thrum. A shockwave tore through the tunnels. They will not stop this, Malphas hissed. Not even the Golden One. North sector, first glimpse of the ancient. The crater split wider, a fault line ripping through asphalt. David stumbled back as the ground in front of him buckled upward. And a massive, armored plate pushed through the surface like the back of a rising leviathan. Kiara grabbed his hand. David, the Lord is with us. Pastor Elijah's eyes widened as dust and red vapor billowed upward. That's not a seamwalker. That's a titanic-bound entity. One sealed by the ancients, one scripture warns only indirectly. Deshaun's voice trembled. So we fight that. Pastor Elijah shook his head slowly. No. Not today. Today we stall. David felt heat swirl in his palms again, uncontrollable. But if it gets out, Pastor Elijah whispered, then the world changes. South sector, convergence. The mutated guardian reared back as the dock collapsed beneath it. Jasmine screamed, everyone back, now. Marcus dragged Kiara away. Jasmine grabbed David as the pier gave way. The guardian creature plunged into the boiling water, only to be pulled downward by a powerful suction. Luis gasped, look. In the churning sea, they glimpsed the same thing Time saw, a curved, armored plate, massive and ancient, rising toward the surface like the shell of some primordial beast. Kiara whispered, That's not a demon. Deshaun's voice cracked. Then what is it? Marcus swallowed hard. Whatever it is, Malphas has a giant friend. Luis, squad, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Jasmine responds, only if you're seeing a giant prehistoric nightmare crawling out of the planet. Kiara, so, yes. Marcus, what's the plan? Silence. Then Pastor Elijah spoke, we fall back. We must regroup. David exhaled in relief, until Pastor Elijah continued, because the breach is not just opening. It's spreading. The greater horror. Red fault lines began streaking across the city map in Jasmine's live feed. What the? 3 more hotspots just lit up. David's stomach dropped. They're forming a circle. Pastor Elijah nodded grimly. The old Titan isn't rising from one place. It's rising from all of them. The ground beneath their feet shuddered again, a deeper quake this time. Jasmine steadied herself. Pastor, what do we do? Pastor Elijah closed his eyes. We move to chapter 21. And we prepare for the fight that will shape chapters 22 through 25. His eyes opened, fierce and determined. The beast is waking. Malphas is ascending. And the Bible squad must rise higher. Next, the squad regroups at a new hidden location. A prophecy from Chicago's founding is revealed. Malphas unleashes his next wave, and the first cracks of destiny appear around the 2 youngest squad members, David and Kiara.